Hello all, welcome to 16th Java tutorial on netstrikers.com. My name is Aditya and in this tutorial we will learn about objects as well as classes. So objects are the real world entities that we usually use in our daily lives. It could be smartphone, car or even a dog itself. Now every object has one common feature that it contains a lot of attribute in it through which we can identify and distinguish between them. Let us take an example of smartphone. I'm using the Nokia 1100 and you might be thinking that it's not a smartphone, but you are right. But I like the Nokia 1100 very much because I cannot afford any other mobile like that. So let's back to the work. The smartphone can consist of three common attributes. There could be many attributes like that: brand number, model number, owner name, last manufacturer date, and IMI number, and many other attributes like that. But the best common feature, the best common three features that every smartphone consists are these. However, the value might be different for all the other objects. Now let us take another object, which could be an iPhone. The common from the Nokia 1100 and the iPhone is the brand name, model number, owner name are not the values but the attributes. We can classify the objects on the basis of its attribute. Now let us take a difference between the classes and the object. Now classes consist of many objects, whereas objects can have an entity which store the relevant information according to that. So we have taken the example of smartphone. So let us compare with the smartphone that how we can create our own object. To create our own object of our class smartphone, we need to first write smartphone followed by the object name that we want to create. So in my case it is iPhone, and the new will create a new allocation for your object to be reside, and it will call a new constructor which will initialize or invoke your object. Now constructor are the member function of the class whose name is same as that of class name, but it is different from the method because a constructor did not have any return type, whereas the method have. So let us consider that where our constructor resides. So in our lots of examples that we have done earlier, we did not created our constructor for it because the Java compiler automatically create one implicit constructor which contain no argument in it, but it create automatically. Now in our next few tutorials we are going to create our own constructor and we are going to initialize our object in our own terms. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you liked, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is netstriker.com. And if you have any suggestion for my style, please comment below in the YouTube section. I'm ready to improve myself and I'm currently working on it. So thanks for watching. Until then, enjoy your life. Bye bye.